My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the Holy Word of God of 14th September 2022. The trust, cross, a rose of consolation. The indicative of our reflection. Often in life, the unfavorable realities may not totally change or vanish, but what can change is the perspective and the purpose of them. Today we venerate and exalt the cross. Cross is celebrated. This looks rather absurd, for quite evidently the cross indicates misery, ignominy, disgrace, and failure. All the more, no normal human mind can accept a God who is infinitely powerful but succumbing to such a helpless death. A simple question arose at the time of the crucifixion in those who looked at the crucified. He cannot save himself. How can he save others? Today, the same question can arise in many as well. It is here we need to understand the real mystery of the cross. It is not a sign of the helpless fate of an individual called Jesus who claimed to be the Son of God. It is not the defeat of a reformer at the hands of some wicked authorities. It is not the failure of God. Rather, the cross stands as a symbol of loyalty and commitment, patience and perseverance, courage and confidence. Cross reflects the human predicament in the face of evil and wickedness. Cross indicates the cost of holiness and goodness. Cross concretely shows us what to do and how to proceed when we come across suffering and persecution for the sake of God and good. If God wanted, he would have easily avoided the whole shame of the cross. He would have instantly eliminated his opponents. But he did not do so. It is because the cross is not only his story, but our story as well. Cross is certainly the climax and culmination of his incarnated divinity. It is also the symbol of our own human suffering. There is suffering in our life, and that is enormous too. This suffering may be natural in the sense that it happens as part of life and is not under our control. This includes situations like death, separation, loss, failure, defeat, or natural calamities. At times, we wonder why these happen and why we are the victims. There are also sufferings that are vocational, that is, what happen due to our vocation and mission. Whenever we stand for the right values, In other words, for God and good, we will face adversities and afflictions. Now, whatever the type of suffering, the cross comes as an answer. Do not lose heart. Persevere. Accept in the spirit of patience and surrender. All the more, it is worth suffering for God and good. It may appear to be losing and lost to battle, but for sure there is victory and reward. Cross is not the end, but is the pathway to glory. This is the way cross becomes relieving and comforting. It becomes the means and the weapon of salvation. And now the imperative for our life, cross teaches us to be courageous, surrendered to God, and persevering in times of suffering. Following the spirit of the cross and the example of the crucified makes our suffering meritorious and bearable.